Afraid of a Russian attack, NATO increases troops on the border with Russia. In response to fears of Russian aggression, NATO is set to bolster its forces along its eastern flank, particularly in the Baltic states. As reported by Münchner Merkur, referencing the news magazine Newsweek, Lithuania, Poland, and other NATO members close to Russia and Belarus are planning to strengthen their defenses. Lithuania's defense minister, Arvydas Anušauskas, has stated that the deterrence posture on the eastern flank, including the Suwalki Gap, the border area between Lithuania and Poland, will be reinforced. This gap is considered a vulnerable point in NATO's defense and is the alliance's most fortified border. Lithuania is investing in its armed forces and their supply lines, Anušauskas told Newsweek. Together with our allies, we are creating the right capabilities and plans to defend every inch of NATO territory, he said. Anušauskas also mentioned that this strip of land will continue to be a fundamental challenge. The situation requires special measures to ensure credible deterrence and defense, given the Baltic states' particularly exposed geographical position. These events, though seemingly disconnected, are all part of a larger narrative. They are pieces of a complex geopolitical puzzle that is shaping NATO's military strategy and troop deployment. As we delve into the details of these incidents, we will uncover the reasons behind NATO's decision. In the heart of Europe, a long-standing dispute has led to increased NATO patrols at the Kosovo-Serbia border. This area, steeped in history and culture, is also a hotspot of geopolitical tensions. The root of the conflict lies in Kosovo's declaration of independence in 2008, a move that Serbia, backed by Russia, has never fully recognized. Local Serbs, in a show of defiance, have blocked border crossings, protesting a ban on cars with Serbian license plates entering Kosovo. This ban, a tit-for-tat measure, was implemented in response to similar restrictions placed by Serbia on drivers from Kosovo. Such acts of retaliation have only served to escalate tensions, leading to spurts of violence and military posturing. In response to this volatile situation, NATO has increased its patrols. The aim is to maintain peace and order, and to prevent the situation from spiraling into a full-blown conflict. But the increased military presence is not just a reaction to the immediate tensions, it's also a strategic maneuver in the wider geopolitical chess game involving Russia. Russia's role in this conflict cannot be understated. It has consistently supported Serbia, blocking Kosovo's membership in the United Nations. This support is part of Russia's broader strategy to maintain its influence in the region and counterbalance the West. As we can see, the Kosovo-Serbia border dispute is a major factor in NATO's increased military presence. It's a complex situation where local disputes intertwine with global politics, creating a knot of tensions that's not easily untangled. But understanding these dynamics is key to comprehending the larger geopolitical puzzle that is Europe today. As the specter of conflict looms, Ukrainians are preparing to defend their homeland. The rising temperatures between Ukraine and Russia have caused a ripple effect not just within the borders of these two nations, but also beyond. The eastern Ukrainian city of Kharkiv has become a hotbed of activity. Civilians here are enrolling in military and self-defense courses, getting ready to stand their ground should the worst happen. This surge in readiness is not limited to the men of Ukraine. Women too are stepping up, dismissing the traditional gender roles and arming themselves with skills that could potentially save lives. As they rightly believe, in the face of danger, it matters not whether you are a man or a woman. All that matters is your will to protect and persevere. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has acknowledged this reality, highlighting the possibility of Kharkiv being a potential target. Although it was later clarified that this was a hypothetical situation, the statement underlined the very real anxieties that are simmering under the surface. On the other side of the border, Russia has consistently denied any plans for a military invasion. However, their demands for security guarantees from the West have only added fuel to the fire, escalating the tension and uncertainty that hangs heavy in the air. This state of affairs has had a significant impact on NATO's strategies. The alliance, recognizing the potential threat to Ukraine, and by extension, to the stability of the region, has increased its troop presence. This move is not just a show of strength, but also a solid demonstration of support for Ukraine. The fear of a Russian invasion has undeniably contributed to NATO's decision to bolster its forces. As the situation continues to evolve, the world watches on, hoping for peace but preparing for the possibility of conflict. The strategic advantages of Sweden and Finland's geography are not lost on NATO. The northern European nations of Sweden and Finland have been in NATO's sights for some time now, and for good reason. Their potential membership could bring a wealth of benefits to the alliance. Top US military officials have expressed their support for these nations joining NATO, pointing to the capabilities and resources of the Swedish and Finnish armed forces. These are forces that are proficient in distributing assets and generating combat power. Their membership could significantly bolster the alliance's military capabilities, creating a more secure environment in the region. But it's not just their military prowess that's of interest. The strategic geography of Sweden and Finland carries immense value. Their proximity to Russia and control over strategically vital islands in the Baltic Sea could offer NATO an advantageous position. However, the potential membership of these nations is not without its challenges. Concerns have been raised about the possible increase in US forces in Europe, and there have been objections from Turkey over security concerns. These are issues that need to be addressed before any possible accession. Despite these challenges, Swedish and Finnish officials have emphasized their commitment to contributing to the alliance's security. They're ready to face new and emerging threats, and their potential involvement in NATO could significantly shape the alliance's military strategy. With the world's geopolitical landscape constantly changing, the addition of Sweden and Finland to NATO could have far-reaching implications. Their membership could enhance NATO's capabilities, increase its geographical reach, and add a new layer of complexity to the military strategy of the alliance. The potential involvement of Sweden and Finland in NATO could significantly shape the alliance's military strategy. In the intricate dance of geopolitics, every move can have far-reaching consequences. This dance, involving nations and international alliances, is a delicate balance of power, strategy, and diplomacy. It's a dance that has been going on for centuries, and it is one that is currently playing out on the borders of Russia. In the previous scenes, we've taken a closer look at the geopolitical puzzle, examining the tensions at the Kosovo-Serbia border, Ukraine's preparation for potential conflict, and the possibility of Sweden and Finland joining NATO. These are all pieces of a larger picture, one that helps explain NATO's decision to increase its troop presence at borders with Russia. The increase in NATO patrols in Kosovo near border crossings blocked by local Serbs is a clear signal of the alliance's commitment to maintaining peace and stability in the region. The situation in Ukraine, where civilians are taking military and self-defense courses in anticipation of potential conflict, underlines the urgency and importance of NATO's presence. And the prospect of Sweden and Finland joining NATO, adding their capabilities and resources to the alliance, creates a more robust and secure environment in the region. These developments are not isolated incidents. They are interconnected parts of a complex geopolitical landscape. Each one of them contributes to the overall picture, influencing NATO's strategy and decision-making. And they all point towards one conclusion. The situation on the ground is changing, and NATO is adapting its approach accordingly. In the face of new and emerging threats, the alliance is reinforcing its presence, demonstrating its determination to uphold its commitments and protect its members. It's a move that may not make the headlines, but it's one that could have a significant impact on the future of international relations. As we continue to monitor these developments, one thing is clear: the chessboard of geopolitics is constantly changing, and NATO is making its moves accordingly.